Hey guys, Matt.
And Mike.
And this is the 2021 challenge.
Right this time.
Yeah, 2021 challenge. I'm into this year finally. So anybody that is just new to this, last year in 2020, even with it being a shit show, we did the 2020 challenge where we started with $20 and we basically bought and sold things throughout the year to try and get an item.
Well, I did it throughout the year. You did it like the last 6 months.
I did it like 3 months, like 2 months out of the year. But anyways, the idea was that we were basically trying to buy and sell some stuff to fund our hobby or get something that we wanted. So last year, Mike was looking for a project car. He ended up getting a daughter, which was free.
Yes,
sort of. So Mike, but anyway, so we both kind of met our goals basically. Like Mike made enough money to buy a project car.
Yeah, $4,500 could have got me something decent, you know, a decent Model A or a really shitty 32.
So regardless, we even, that he didn't buy a car, he got enough money. I kind of cheated and bought my car trailer, ahead of me having the money because the right deal came up. But I bought a car trailer and also bought a bunch of cars that were separate.
Yeah. So at the end of the video, that we posted, it was towards the end of 2020. There was a correction in the video from the time we filmed it to the time it went out. Matt made another $1,500 or $1,800, and then from the time that was posted till now, from stuff from that challenge, you sold another $4,000 to
$5,000.
Yeah.
I think. I'm just warm it up.
I'm glad you waited till the end of the year to do that because he kicked my butt.
Yeah, so I just made some good purchases, hit an auction right towards the end of the year that was like the end of in the fall / early winter, and I am still selling from that auction and doing really well with it. And I had some stuff that I was kind of like holding on to, like the balloon Hemi engine I was thinking of keeping, and then at the end of the year I kind of just was like, I don't have any use for it. I put it up for sale, found a buyer, so that was really good. So this year, we're gonna do the same thing. I know a lot of people are saying they like to join in and do this, so this year, for ourselves, we're gonna make ourselves even a little stricter with the rules. So I had one or two, I think maybe one.
The big one was the AA truck.
Yeah, so the AA truck was technically, I had to lead through the channel since the gentleman, the real estate agent that contacted us, heard of us through the channel. So that was technically cheating.
I let it slide. I was losing anyway, so what's $6,000 in the grand scheme of things?
Whatever. So, the idea is this year is number one, for us, we cannot count any leads that are leads through the channel, whether it's somebody that like in a state that privately contacts us or somebody that emails us. Like last year, technically last year you had a few things that people emailed and you bought.
It was more sold.
Oh, you did sell, okay.
I didn't really get any leads to me, but I sold stuff to people from the channel.
Okay.
So I mean, it kind of, it's a gray area, but we're basically limiting ourselves to like flea markets, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, eBay, to buy stuff that you guys yourselves could go out and do without having a wide reach of the YouTube channel.
So nothing, we're not going to count anything that we get that is kind of above and beyond because of us having a channel or me having contacts for years and getting into some certain stuff. So it's just going to be basically like public type stuff. Whether it's a public auction that I went to that anyone can go to. Mike's buying stuff on Facebook Marketplace that's like millions of people. I mean, you lost something this morning that you tried to
yesterday I tried to buy an oil can and it was literally on for 40 minutes. And I was the second or third person in line. It is ridiculous.
So that's the idea. The other difference is this year, instead of starting with $21, we're gonna do something fun that you guys can join along with. So you pick one thing that is $50. Well, for us, it's gonna be $50 or under. You guys can pick anything that we have sitting around. For us, it's gonna be from last year's 2021 challenge, or 2020 challenge, to start us off this year. You guys can pick anything you have laying around the house, the garage. I'm sure you have something that's $50 or under or more, whatever, and start with that. So you need to sell that item. So we're starting with $0 and just have something that's laying around. So
everyone has stuff laying around their house, electronics, old, I don't know, like baseball cards, stuff like that. So I started with a Hamm's beer tray that I bought. I actually bought a stack of NOS beer trays last year. So I sold one or two of them already, but I had one nice one left. I actually sold it to a friend, and he needed it for his collection. It was an upgrade, so I sold that for $35. plus shipping. So I am up $35. I need something to buy. That's where that oil can was hopefully gonna put me ahead. So I have 35 bucks. We're gonna start the year with that and see what we can do. All right, since Matt and I finished filming, I had a chance to hit a local antique shop. I bought these 1956 Monterey, I believe, hubcaps, a pair. They were actually on discount. The booth in the auction or antique mall was actually going out of business, I believe, or they're just trying to clear space for the spring. But these were $65. I got them for 50% off, so they were $32.50. So that gives me a grand total so far of $2.50 left. So hopefully I can sell these for 150 bucks. I have the eBay link down below if anyone's interested in buying them. If not, shoot us an email if you don't have eBay. We can work a deal that way, but hopefully 150 bucks gives me some money to spend and keep ahead of Matt. So hopefully he hasn't bought anything since we filmed, but who knows, trying to start the year off strong. 150 bucks will put me to the next level of buying and selling things.
I also sold something to a friend. So, thank you, sir. So I am up $50. So Mike has been slowly buying odds and ends to someday, he's still planning on building a hot rod project. So he's been picking up the parts along the way. I had a ton of spindles left over from that $1 scrap pile buy in New Jersey, where I had my dad help me blow all the round back spindles off, and I've been selling them one at a time. So I normally get like 100, 100 and a quarter for a set of these spindles. I sold them to Mike because he's a friend, obviously, for 50 bucks. And it also keeps me under my limits. I can make.
I talked him into it.
So there you go. Mike's got.
These are now for sale for $150. No, I'm just kidding.
Bullshit. So anyways, so we're starting the year off doing this for fun. The winter time's always a little tough, and obviously with the COVID stuff.
And starting with $50.
Yeah.
It makes it a little rough.
Yeah, so the other problem is obviously things are still kind of shut down. You know, hopefully as 2021 goes on, things will open up. But like a big one for us is we do Turlock swap meet in California, and we always buy good stuff there that would have jump-started our 2021 challenge. But we can't this year because it's canceled. So we're gonna kind of have to.
I think the first swap meet, well, the Carlisle swap meet's happening. There's winter swap meet, but it's all the way out in Carlisle.
Yeah, and I can't go this year, so I'm out for that. But the spring Carlisle is kind of what I'm hoping for. My big one is to go to spring Carlisle, buy some stuff, start off with my 50 bucks. A lot of times we buy and sell between us at the swap meet, so I'm hoping with my 50 bucks, if I don't buy anything until then, I can buy something, maybe resell it to somebody else while I'm there and jump up a little bit, and we'll see what happens.
And we're hoping this year to shoot more updates, hopefully, if things progress quicker and we start going through. We're going to keep better track of our funds, 100%, because we both sucked at it last year, and we're going to try and shoot more updates because a lot of people wanted to see more updates on the challenge.
So the only last thing is, what are you trying to buy this year? What's your goal?
So definitely by the end of this year, I'd like to be able to buy a hot rod project. So that's my big goal. I mean, we'll see how far I get. Hopefully my wife doesn't get pregnant after the next one, because then we'll be starting over for 2022. So the goal is to hopefully find a project.
Cool. So for my challenge for this year, so as we've hinted at in the videos recently in the live, I'm out of space, so I need to build like a pole barn at the shop. So I'm currently working on trying to get a pole barn built next to my shop, and hopefully I can build a pole barn to keep some of the drivable cars out of this shop because they're getting dirty. But my big goal has been, since the day I moved in here, is to build a shop, like a not showroom, but like
an early Ford store of the East Coast.
Yeah, so basically build like the early Ford store in Pomona, like inspired me, that they had cool cars sitting around, some parts for sale, and it was kind of like a curated store, if you will. But really, it was just like their own playground of old Ford stuff. So I'd like to build my building on top. So I've already gotten a quote for that, roughly, already at the beginning of this year, and it's like $43,000. So super far stretch for me. Probably not gonna happen, but I figured I did like almost 20 last year without.
And you had a goal of like 8,000. So let's just be honest, you crushed it. So it's good to give yourself a nice lofty goal to really shoot for.
So I don't know if I'll have the building built, but the goal is to maybe have enough money put aside to basically put a down payment and get started on it for 2022, because that's been my goal since I bought the shop. It has a flat roof. I'd love to put a building on top so I can have some of my nicer parts for myself and cars that are drivable up there, but we will see what happens. So that is our lofty goals. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it. We want you guys to definitely join us in the updates with this, and comment down below with if you have a goal for this year of something you'd like to buy and sell to get yourself to have. Just drop us a comment down below. We'd love to hear what you guys are having for goals for this year, and let's hope we have a lot more car shows and swap meets as the year continues on and the world hopefully gets, you know, somewhat back to normal. So thank you guys for following along. We really appreciate it, and good luck with your 2021 challenge. See you guys.